Hey fellow garage golfers, Roland here with Garage Golf, where we provide extraordinary golf info for the extraordinary golfer. We're back today with another video in our GC3 series, and today in our video what we're going to be doing is I'm actually going to show you 2 holes on Teton Pines using both the FSX Play and FSX 2020 software. I want to show you the difference between the two, get you some real life gameplay, and show you everything that I love and some of the things that maybe we don't like as much on each program, and let you know which one we think is a better option. Again, the cool thing about the package with the GC3 is that you get both when you purchase the GC3 package. Make sure to check out the link in our video description for our affiliate link for the GC3 through our friends at the Indoor Golf Shop, who has provided this unit for us to test and give you honest feedback at home. I'm looking forward to bringing that video to you right now. All right, thanks again for watching here at Garage Golf. If you're new to our channel, what we do here is we provide information on golf products, golf equipment, golf simulators, and pretty much anything golf related. So if you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe, click that bell notification. That's very important so you get alerted of new videos like the one you're watching here today. And also for all of our products that we have here in our golf simulator, if you have any questions, make sure to reach out to me at roland@mygaragegolf.com and check out our website at www.mygaragegolf.com. We put on there links for all of our vendors, preferred vendors, things like the Indoor Golf Shop, where we have all of our favorite products that we want to share with you. Some of these are affiliate links. If you use those, that's how you can help support the channel at no additional cost to you. Make sure to check out our website. All right, so jumping into the video, as we talked about, we have the FSX Play software up behind me. We're gonna pick Teton Pines. It's the one course that I do have between the 2 programs, so I can show you them. I'm gonna play 2 holes on the FSX Play software first, and then I'm gonna take it to FSX 2020, which is what they say the more outdated software. I wanna show you both, kind of give you features of both, what the graphics look like on both, and answer any questions that you have as well. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll get it booted up. We'll get it ready to go. I promise you that I'm going to answer a lot of your questions that you may have, and I also promise you, you may see some pretty bad golf during this filming. So on the screen, you're going to see 3 options. This is with FSX Play. It's going to look a little different with FSX 2020. But we're going to have the option to choose courses, practice, or games. So for today's video, we're going to go to courses. And I have 6 courses here. There's actually 7 available that are free with FSX Play, but I don't have the credentials to log in and download it since this was sent to me as a unit to test. So the one course I know for sure that it's on both programs is Teton Pines Country Club. So I'm going to go ahead and select Teton Pines. And down here, you can actually see that you can adjust time of day, weather, wind. I'm going to leave it standard the way it's set up, but you do have a lot of cool options that you can change later. So I kind of want to show you how to set up the round of golf. We're going to just play the first 2 holes on both programs and kind of show you a little bit more about what we're seeing. And down at the bottom, you're going to have all your data for the ball. And there's also the ability to get club data, which we've also shown you in another video on how to mark your clubs as well. And I'll show you that before we get started here today. There's some things up here on the top that you can adjust. So for example, conditions, if I wanted to change, right now there's no wind set, time of day is noon, altitude is course level, environment. Let's say I wanted to make it rainy out there. I hit apply. Now all of a sudden you see the rain dropping down on the screen. So a lot of cool things that you can adjust in regards to the actual golf course as well. I don't want it to be raining on me, whether it be simulation golf or regular golf, so I'm going to just put sunny. I'm going to hit apply. And magically the rain goes away. Pretty cool. I like that. If I want to see the green, I can click the green button. It'll take me directly to the green, all the way through the trees. Check out that view. Pretty cool. If I want the grid on the green, I can select that button as well. So we're going to go ahead and select the grid to be on. So when we get to the green, you'll actually see everything in regards to the green. Now, the other thing is the flag. If I want to show you the flag again, I think we just showed you kind of where it's located. So it's going to be a dogleg to the right on this hole. And then if we show you a flyover, it'll take you obviously through the fairway and where you're going to want to aim. You can see bunkers, you can see everything that'll be part of the course. And graphics overall look really, really good on FSX Play. So this is going to be a par 4. This is one where we're going to be trying to hit the green, obviously, and put it in. It's the 9th handicap on the course, first hole. And there you see the green, and you're going to see some of the break on the green as well. And as far as the difference between flyover and bird's eye will just kind of show you the whole hole. So there's so many cool features on here that's going to be really, really neat to test out. But let's go ahead and get started with the play now. I want to show you a little bit more about the gameplay itself and see what you think at home. All right, so the first thing I want to show you, if you haven't seen our previous video, is I do have one sticker on each club. You're going to see that here on the driver. There's one sticker on each club. That's all you need to get the club head data. It's going to give you about 3 or 4 points of reference for your club data, so not a lot, but it'll give you some, which is cool. So I'm going to go ahead and click on ball now. Now I'm going to tee it up here. For my setup, I moved it to a location where I have access to both my tee, so I could hit off the tee here. As you see on the bottom, it showed it kind of in the right corner. And then half of my golf mat where I can actually hit irons from. So the actual overall dimensions is about 10 by 7 where you can place the golf ball. So I kind of had to make it work for my setup. I wish it was slightly bigger of a range, but I do like that the unit is a little bit further away from my golf ball, so on an errant shot, it's less likely to get hit, and that's really, really important. So something to keep in mind at home. All right, as I promised you, I'm going to tell you everything about the program, but you may see some bad golf along the way, so just bear with me. I will get it there. Don't worry about my shots. We're going to just kind of show you the gameplay more than anything. And not the greatest golfer in the world, but I like showing the technology and showing you at home what to expect. All right, kind of hooked it out there a little bit. Pretty poor strike, 200 yards. Now, I talked about this on the driving range as well. I believe it will show you your ball data, but not until you put a ball in play. So once the ball shows up on the ground and in the zone, now you see my ball data from my previous shot. I don't know why that's required. It was not required on the FSX 2020 software. And that may be something you can change, and I'll look into that. But I don't like how you have to put the ball down. You should be able to just look at it. That last shot, 122.5 ball speed, 16.2 launch angle. We have my side spin, side angle, backspin at 1293, 189 carry, 200 yard total distance. If you go to your actual computer and you click down there, it'll also pop up any club data that was registered with the sticker. So I got my club speed at 86, angle of attack at 5.9 degrees. And you can scroll over. And that's all it registered for that particular shot. Carry 189, total distance 200. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're on the menu as well and you want to go to your analysis screen, it'll actually give you all the data there as well. So it'll give you information on descent angle, offline, peak, carry, total, to pin, how far I am. You can click on club and it'll give you angle of attack, club path, 6 degrees out to in, which is bad, obviously. 86.4 for the club speed. So it did track 3 categories here with the club. Another thing I don't love is that you have to come in here to the analysis screen. If I click on here, I was trying to edit it to see if it'll allow me to add other features like angle of attack, club speed, and there I go. So I was able to add that and angle of attack. So now you see on the bottom, I got club speed and angle of attack without having to go back to my computer to change that. So you just got to double click it for it to do that. And that's pretty much the 2 that I'm most worried about is going to be my club speed, angle of attack. So that is cool. I like that. You can add that. That's one thing I did not know before, so I do like that. And it's something that as you continue to use it, you'll learn more things, obviously. So now I'm not having to go back to the computer to see my club data, which is a nice feature. Okay, so obviously you don't have to go back to your computer each time, but it is something I wanted to kind of show you what some of the options were. Now that I got the club data at the bottom, that's a pretty cool feature. I like that. Don't have to adjust it. Probably shouldn't have to go back too much. Now I'm going to use my hybrid. Now on the bottom left, it does say 8 wood. And you can change it if you want to. I don't think it's necessary that you have to, but if you wanted to track that, you can change it. Let's hit a shot and see how it registers, and we'll go from there. Okay. Decent strike there, 190 with a hybrid. And now it's going to put me at 47 yards away. Now, one other thing that I point out before you put the ball down, not only does the ball data not come out, but your distance is hidden behind this Foresight Sports logo. So it's 47 yards. So if I wanted to go grab my club before I put the ball down, it's kind of hard to do that. So that's another thing I don't love. Maybe if they drop that down a little bit more. Now, when you put your ball in place and the ball's in the zone, that's going to now go away, and it'll change the view, and now you can see it's 47 yards, and it's actually 3 feet uphill. So we'll probably try to punch something up there, and let's see how we do with that. And as you see at the bottom, all of my data that I saved to stay down there is now down there, so I don't have to keep going back to the computer, which is nice. So I got a pitching wedge. I'm going to try to go ahead and punch one up there. 47 yards, 3 feet uphill. Let's see how we do. Okay, sit. Okay, and the circle that you see is your gimme range. I think it's about 6 feet. So I should be in the gimme range, and I did get a par on that hole. Now we're on hole number 2, 472 yards, and it's a par 5. So what do you think so far about the graphics overall, about the gameplay, and about some of the things that I pointed out to you? Let me know in the comment section below. We're going to play one more hole on FSX Play. And again, this is supposed to be the one with the higher level of graphics, better gameplay. But I want to show you also FSX 2020 and see your thoughts on that. Also on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a map over here. Now you can click anywhere on that map to adjust your aim. So that's really easy to do. You just need your mouse to do that. A lot of times it'll just aim you straight to the center. So you don't really have to keep going back and forth unless you're putting. So we'll show you a putt here in just a little bit and see how we do on the putting. Okay, decent strike there. Down the left side. 230, total rollout, 231. So decent strike with the driver. And now we are going to be 260 yards away still. So we're going to hit a couple irons and get it down there. So overall, the gameplay is pretty fast and easy. And again, not having to go back and forth to the computer a lot to adjust. Only on putting normally. So I'm going to use a 5-iron here. We'll see if we can hit a decent strike, at least get it down there closer to the flag. Hopefully I can hit that green in 3. Okay. $170 yards. And now we have 151 yards to the green. Again, you see the map, it kind of just directly points me at the flagstick, so there's not much I have to do here. Let's go ahead and hit our next shot. Hopefully I can show you some putting. Okay, decent strike. Okay, good, I'll be able to show you some putting. I'm out of the gimme range. 156 yards with the 7. And now we're going to get the putt for you. We'll take you to the computer real quick. We're going to adjust our aim. So now, left or right on the arrows will adjust where you're aiming. And we got some break there. So now what you want to do is line it up where you can just putt straight for the most part. And putt straight into your screen, and it's going to automatically adjust for the break as if you're aiming left of the target, which is what we're going to do here. Let's try that out. Stimp meter, I believe, automatically is saved on 10, which is probably what you would see at a lot of municipal courses and whatnot. Obviously, faster PGA courses would be 12, maybe higher, maybe 11. But this seems pretty true to life. I like to keep it where if I putt 10 feet, and it's pretty much about 9.5 feet from where I hit to my screen, I like to be able to see that reflected in the game. I do like that putting's in feet and not yards, as some other programs are in yards, so I do like that as well. And we are downhill 4 inches, which you also have to factor in. So let's see if we can test this out. Putting and chipping are the two hardest things in simulator golf. So let's see. I'm gonna try to hit it a little bit to my screen there and see how we do. But now all I gotta do is really hit it straight in front of me. Too soft, but pretty realistic. And that's the thing, is that a lot of people say simulator golf putting isn't that realistic. Well, if you line up your shot and you have something that accurately reads it, in this case it is very realistic to me. And I've worked on putting a lot in here doing stuff like that, and it's definitely something that I feel does help my game overall, just so you know at home. All right, so that's 2 holes down with the FSX Play software. I'm gonna now switch it over to FSX 2020, and I'm gonna show you the difference between the two. Again, the whole cool thing about the package is it comes together, so I do like that, but I wanna show you the difference between what you would see on the course between FSX Play and FSX 2020, so let's do that now. And there you see the logo for the program. Now on this one, you're gonna see 3 different title screens than what you saw on FSX Play, which I'll show you here in just a minute. And you're gonna see play, compete, and improve. So now, in this specific example, we're gonna go to play, and we have some other options that you didn't see on FSX Play. So you also have an option to do foot golf, which is cool. You can play that with a soccer ball. That's pretty neat. If I can get a soccer ball in here, I'll try to show you that, see if that's an option for us to do or not. Let's go ahead and hit new game. And here you see a list of all the courses. Now, all these courses do come with a program. They're not all downloaded. Elgin Country may be the only one that's not a free course. So that may have been put on there by mistake, but it's not purchased, as you see, so you can't play it anyways. And if we go to Teton Pines, we're gonna go ahead and play that, as we talked about. And we're gonna hit on next, so I can show you all the features. And again, here you can change everything as far as time of day, adjustability, real-time weather, barometer, everything. I'm just gonna keep it as default and click on next. And then we have pretty much if you want to have mulligans on or off, practice enabled or disabled, pin placement normal or hard, live penalty. I'm going to leave everything as default here. And as far as scoring options, if you wanted to have a scramble mode where you're here with friends, you want to play with friends and do a scramble, a Stableford or a modified Stableford, or even match play one-on-one with somebody, that's a pretty cool feature as well. I like that. Here you set the gimmies. I'll leave it at 6 feet. And putting mode, I'm just going to leave that as pretty much where it's saved. And I'm going to click on next. Tee box, I would not play from the blacks. I'll probably play from the blues. You can put your handicap in there if you want to. I'm not going to do it in this specific case. But if you did, you would obviously adjust that for you as well. And you're going to hit start. So we're ready to go. Okay, so right away, one of the things that I see is the graphics look different, right? The graphics looks a little bit less quality, of course, and that's okay necessarily. It's about the gameplay and the experience for me more than anything. Everything does look kind of bigger to me as well. As you see, there's lots of icons on the top, things that you can click on for camera views, adjustability. I won't go too much into that. I did that on the first video of the series, but there's a lot of cool things that you can check out. Again, you have your map on the side. The map is bigger on this one. I like it a little bit bigger, so that's nice as well. And we have our tee down, we have our ball ready to go, and it just kind of disappeared. So we're ready to hit, but you don't see the actual device on the screen like you did on FSX Play. I do kind of like when you see that device on the floor next to where you're hitting. Kind of looks like you have it placed there on the course, so that's kind of a cool feature. But this one does not have that, obviously. You do see the kind of the 150 marker, you're aiming pulled down the middle of the screen, if you can see that. So that's another cool feature. So let's go ahead and hit a shot and see how it looks. Okay, so right away, the ball looks huge when you hit it. Definitely looks different. You got 184 total distance, 199 to the pin. And you get this cool screen that kind of pops up afterwards. Last time I was on here, I saved it for 10 seconds, so it shows you your ball flight and everything. So I do like that as well. Graphics definitely look different, but not necessarily in a horrible way. I mean, it's not as detailed as FSX Play, but I almost kind of like the overall playability of FSX 2020. And maybe it's because I'm a little more used to it, but I do kind of like that zoomed in view. The ball looked really huge, which is kind of cool because you can see it a lot easier. But our next shot now, we're going to have 199 away. So let's see if I can get a hybrid over there and see how we do. There's water on the right as well. So now you see the ball's in the zone. Once it's in the zone, it goes away, and you're ready to hit your next shot. And I hit right. Right into the water. Should be okay, hopefully. Really bad shot, but that's to be expected. There's my horrible shot there on the screen. Total carry, everything shows up there. Pretty cool, I like that. 150 for the carry, really bad shot. But everybody hits bad shots, so. All right, I got 58 yards to the pin now. I'm gonna be a little creative today just because I went ahead and marked up these clubs just so we can have the club data, but I don't have it up to a pitching wedge. So, let's get a pitching wedge over there. Does have me selected as hitting a wedge on the screen as well. Elevation is 5 foot 4 inches uphill. It shows that right next to the distance in the upper left-hand corner. So let's take a shot. 54 yards with a pitching wedge. See how we do. Very poorly. I would have probably preferred to hit something a little bit more lofty, but I'm not going to blame the club with my poor golf. All right, so now we're closer. 31 yards away. If I hit that same shot, I should be okay, but we'll see. We're on the actual putting green now, which is decent. 2 really bad shots. What can you do? Just move on and keep playing. Let's get a ball ready now. Now with putting, I'm going to put the ball in the exact same location as when you're going to hit an iron. Okay, now, one thing that's not on is the grid. I want to put the grid on for sure. Let me show you a couple things that we can change. One other thing I want to show you real quick is, let's say you don't like all this clutter at the top of the screen, and it's just too much for you to want to really look at. You can click these 2 lines here, and it'll take it all away. So there's none of that clutter that's blocking up your screen or anything. It does take away the map though, unless you, I believe, set that up in settings a different way. That's one thing I wanted to show you for sure. Now, one other thing you can do is if you're here on the screen, you can click this plus button. This will allow us to add the grid view, and that's going to show you how the ball is going to break. So you can push right or left to adjust it basically where you want it to be. But unless it's a severe break, you can kind of leave it where it is and then adjust your aim towards the screen. So we know it's going to break to our left, so I'm just going to adjust my aim a little bit to the right from where we're located there, and then we're going to see if we can get that set up and try to get our putt close to the flagstick. All right, so we see a severe break. Obviously, it's going to be going right to left here on the screen. So let's go ahead and see how we do here. I'm going to aim a little bit right, and we are 18 feet away and 1 inch uphill. So not bad, and now I'm within the gimme range of 6 feet. So you can aim right or left on the screen, or you can actually adjust it with a right or left arrow. It's not as intuitive as the FSX Play, where you can actually see the arrow. That's a little bit better. That's one thing I do like about FSX Play a lot more. But you can adjust that, and really honestly, you can adjust right or left to where you're putting as well. So you don't have to go back to the keyboard, but that's something just to keep in mind. Okay, we're on hole number 2. As we remember, is a par 5, in this case 534 yards. Let's get the driver out and we'll see how we do. Okay, hooked it. Down the left side, 212 yards. Hopefully I have a window to get out of there. 199 carry, 212 total rollout. I'm just going to try to go straight out of here and get myself back on the fairway. Instead of trying to hit another shot and just hope that I get through the trees, let's use a 4-iron 56 yards to the center of the green. This is where you get penalized for not obviously hitting the fairway, which I do often. All right, so I'm gonna try to aim maybe a little bit left. I'm just gonna try to punch one out. I don't have a lot of room to work with either. I'm just gonna punch one. Didn't get out of the rough, but at least I'm away from the trees. Okay, I hit a 5-iron there. 181 yards. And that's going to put us now, so 181, 159 total carry. And now we're gonna be 134 to the actual green. Now, one thing I do like as well with the FSX 2020 software is that all your data is here on the left. It stays up all the time. That's a pretty cool feature. I do like that. Again, I'm not going to get all the club data. I'm getting club speed, efficiency, angle of attack, and club path on the ones that it properly registers. You're not going to get face to target, loft, lie, horizontal, or vertical impact. I believe with this device, you'd have to bump up to like the GC Quad or the GC Hawk for some of that information. It's fine. This is plenty of club data for me as an amateur golfer, as a mid-handicap golfer around 15 or so. I'm perfectly happy with the data that it provides. So what do you think so far of the overall gameplay of FSX 2020 versus FSX Play? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see if I can hit this green here. Using an 8-iron from 134 away. Okay, that was a good strike. It didn't find my ball there. I don't think that was a misread. I think I didn't put it in the right spot. That's my fault. I was talking to you and wanted to make sure I need to register that it's in the right spot. So now it's in the right spot. It went away. So let's hit a shot again. Hopefully I can hit the same strike because I did hit it really well. But let's see. Not as good there. And I'm in the bunker. Isn't that life? That's just perfect example, huh? Darn it. I hit that first one so flush I could feel it. This one I knew it was gonna be leaking. All right, so I'm in the bunker. No chance for par probably unless I hole one out here. And there's your bunker view. So that's good to show you on camera though. And it's also good because I want to test something. I have a 60 degree. It has stickers for the Unicore on it, not the GC3. So I'm gonna see when I hit this shot, if it's gonna still give me the data for the club or if it's gonna calculate or maybe measure it. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna work. So let's check that out here. 13 yards away, I'm gonna try to hit a little flop shot and see how we do. Too hard, but I'm on the green. I'm still 20 feet away from the pin now. All right, let's see what it does with the club data now. Because it doesn't have the sticker that it's looking for. It still gave me angle of attack and club path. So I'm curious if that is calculated or if it's measured. So I'll try to find out for you. And if anyone has a question on that, reach out to me in the comment section. I'll let you know the answer once I find out for sure. Okay, so the line's going straight into the hole. I can see the line where it's going to be aiming. And obviously it's going to break to my right. So I'm going to aim left. I'm 20 feet away and I'm 6 inches downhill. So let's see how fast this is going to be here. I'm going to aim left of my target. Okay, so that's 2. I came up a little bit short. And again, you can adjust the stimp meter if you want something a little faster or a little bit slower. And that's another cool feature that I really like as well. So 2 holes down with the FSX 2020. Curious to know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about FSX 2020 versus the FSX Play. All right, I wanted to thank you again for hanging out with me throughout this video. I hope I was able to clarify some of the differences between the two programs. Both of them are really cool, and it's nice that you have options for both because you're only going to get a limited amount of courses with FSX Play anyways. And with the FSX 2020, you'll be able to play a few additional courses. And I like the gameplay on both, to be honest. There's a few things that I like about FSX Play more, and there's a few things that I liked about FSX 2020 that we mentioned. I do like the putting on the Play a little bit better. It's a little easier to read. Other than that, pretty similar gameplay, just graphics difference between the two. So let me know your thoughts at home. I'm curious if you have any questions on either of those, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. I want to thank the Indoor Golf Shop again for letting me test out the GC3. This is on loan, but we're able to give you our honest review on it. And so far, I've been really, really impressed with it. I like it a lot. Watch our first video if you haven't seen it yet. We'll make sure to put a video card up for it if you have not yet seen it. And that's going to talk about the difference between the GC3 and the Bushnell Launch Pro, as well as taking you into some of the driving range features. We're going to have more series of videos in this whole section, so make sure you click that bell notification to be reminded of anytime we come out with a new video on the GC3 or pretty much anything on our channel. Make sure to subscribe. We really appreciate that. If you are interested in getting the GC3, please make sure to check our video description for links for the GC3. They are affiliate links. It does help out our channel. If you are going to buy one and you have any questions though before you buy anything, reach out to me at roland@mygaragegolf.com. I'm here to answer any questions you have. By you using our affiliate links, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help out our channel. And that's how we continue to make content for you like what you're watching here today. So really, really pumped about the GC3. We've been doing a lot of content for it. We're going to be producing a lot of videos for it, and I hope you've been liking it so far. So let me know if you have any questions. Until the next time we see you, as always, keep on golfing. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.